In the quiet corner of a bustling kitchen, a small ant named Anton found himself disoriented. His surroundings were a cacophony of unfamiliar smells and looming shadows. Anton, unlike the other ants, had a curious spirit, often wandering off the beaten path in search of something new and exciting in his otherwise mundane life in the anthill. However, this time, his curiosity had led him astray, separating him from his colony. The kitchen was an alien world for Anton. The tiled floor stretched out before him like an endless desert, and the towering cabinets were like mountains piercing the sky. As Anton began to explore, the loud thud of the family cat landing on the floor sent a shiver down his tiny spine. The cat, named Mr. Whiskers, eyed Anton with a mix of curiosity and annoyance, its paws silently stalking the perplexed ant. Anton scurried to take cover beneath the shadow of a nearby counter, narrowly missing the curious swipe of Mr. Whiskers' paw. The cat, unbothered by the ant's escape, turned its attention to other distractions. But Anton knew he had to move quickly, realizing the journey back to his colony would be anything but simple. His first challenge came in the form of a mammoth machine, the vacuum cleaner. Its presence dominated the room like a roaring beast. As he navigated across the floor, Anton felt vibrations through his legs, signaling that the creature was awakening. He watched in horror as it roared to life, sucking up crumbs and dust with a terrible ferocity. With quick reflexes, Anton dived into the gap between the baseboard and the floor, just as a tremendous gust whooshed past him, pulling air and debris with it. He felt the suction grip his tiny legs but barely managed to cling onto an exposed nail head, evading doom by the slimmest margin. Relieved but cautious, Anton continued his trek, but the tapping sound of feet on tile echoed his way. This time, it was the humans, blissfully unaware of his plight beneath their feet. He darted under a makeshift bridge of cutlery, pausing to catch his breath. Then came the sticky traps, laid out by the humans to deal with what they presumed to be an insect invasion. Anton approached the first without realizing its treacherous nature. The sweet aroma, designed to lure him and his kind, masked the danger beneath. As one of his legs brushed the surface, he felt it snag. Panic surged through him, his instincts firing commands to flee. With great effort, he managed to free himself, leaving behind a leg but escaping with his life. The dangers seemed unending, as Anton continued facing each obstacle with newfound determination. His perseverance paid off when he reached the threshold of the kitchen. There he spied a glimmer of habitat familiar and welcoming, a small crack leading to the outside. Cautiously, he made his way towards it, inching forward with every ounce of strength left in his tiny body. The outside light was blinding, yet inviting. Anton squeezed himself through the crack, feeling the warmth of the sun on his exoskeleton once more. Outside, the world was noisy with the sounds of chirping birds and the whisper of the wind through the grass. He followed the familiar scent trails left by his fellow ants. After what felt like an odyssey of survival, Anton reunited with his colony. Back in the comforting tunnels of the anthill, Anton recounted his adventure to the other ants, detailing the terrifying curiosities of the human world. His tale turned into a cherished legend among his peers, cautioning against the dangers of curiosity but also highlighting the bravery found in even the smallest of creatures. Anton's journey had changed him, and he viewed his world with renewed appreciation. He had conquered human kitchens, outsmarted traps, and evaded domestic predators. Though he was simply an ant, his heart brimmed with the courageous spirit of an explorer, forever altered by the adventure of finding his way back home.